So we're going to go into single player mode. So if you don't know, this game is old. Actually, one of the very first computer games, like computer games that I fell in love with was the original Railroad Tycoon, which is still a fantastic game. Railroad Tycoon 2 was very enjoyable, but to me 3 is the greatest, not railroad game necessarily, although it's a fine railroad game. It's one of the greatest business sort of tycoon-y simulation games there is. And that's why I really enjoy this. Johan, thanks for the sub. Bum, 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 bum. What am I drinking? Just my standard Coke Zero. I should be sponsored. New scenario. Map. So we are playing this map. So there's a website called hawkdog.com, which is like the biggest Railroad Tycoon sort of fan community site there is, and they have tons and tons of user-made maps. So I'm going to be playing one of those. I'm also on the Fanpatch, the 1.06 Fanpatch. Archaeologist, thanks for the sub, and Battle Hunter, yeah, choo-choo! You don't know it, but I love steam trains, so please, a map that starts early. This one starts in 1885, so it should be nice and steamy. Where's MOP gone home? Nope. Emma and Anna are still here. But the two of them, actually, they might be in the chat right now, and Sencha are going to a folk festival today. Quivering Cactus! Spending my 4th with a glass of Jameson whiskey, watching some of my favorite games you play. It's a good day. Yeah! Happy 4th of July to all the Americans. Let's play on hard difficulty here. And can we add computer players to this? Yeah, let's go with like 3 computer opponents on this map. So it can be very fun and relaxing to play with no computer opponents. Like, even on a high difficulty, no computer opponents, you know, just chill out. But a few of them in here might make it a little bit more interesting. It's a fairly straightforward scenario. I don't know what kind of events and stuff will trigger, but the win conditions are just connect a bunch of cities, have a bunch of personal wealth. That's it. Are we managing steam trains on Steam? Yeah! Da-da-da. You couldn't find it on Steam? Oh, it's not available in your region. Is it possible that there's just, you might not be able to buy it on Steam anymore? No, it's still there. It'd be weird to have it region locked. What's the price? Yeah, like 11 bucks, and it comes on sale all the time too. Okay, link cities and pile up the cash to become a European Railroad Tycoon. You have 25 years to make it happen. So bronze, silver, gold, not, again, very, very simple. Connect the number of cities, and also a player cash, not company cash. I actually don't like missions that require you to have company cash, because it just means, like, you have to guess with, like, okay, 2.5 years left, I guess I'm just not spending anything anymore. It's only a 25-year scenario. That's right. No special, yeah, there's no special conditions. You just do whatever you want. And, yeah, awards for connecting most major capital cities. So that might be a priority. So if the game is paused right now, good. Let's orientate ourselves. There we go. North. So, yeah. So we got our map here. So I don't think, we've been playing on a few European maps, but I don't think we've played on this European map before. I think the last major one we did was actually the sort of Scandinavian map here, like Denmark, Sweden, Norway. Was it not? Hey, Devry, thanks for the sub. Start in Germany. I was thinking of that, either, like, Germany or France or something, because it's like central-ish, although on this map, like geographically central would be something like Budapest over here. However, there's a lot of empty space in Russia, so I think that maybe starting in Berlin might be good. If there's bonuses for connecting capital cities, it's possible that, say, Berlin to Warsaw might be a good first route, or Berlin to Paris. It's a little further away. Or, what are we talking about? We know where we have to start. Come on! Come on! We have to start here. We have to start in Brussels, because that's the way it is. So I'm thinking we'll do a Brussels to Luxembourg to Paris line to start off with, to Amsterdam, like connect. Is this like, oh, this is all considered just Netherlands. Is that correct in 1885? It's all the Netherlands here? But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Put Sophia in the wrong place? Yeah, well, that'll always be the thing, right? There'll always be something that is in a slightly wrong place on some of these maps, because they have to approximate things. Some of it's going to be game balance as well. They're going to need to make sure that there's a little bit more space or less space or something like that. The Alps are going to be interesting to cross at some point. No, it's already Belgium. Right, because from Victoria 2 Victoria 2, there would have been in Belgium. So I guess just for game balance, they made this one whole region. Oh god, Copenhagen is in Jutland. Wait, yeah, hold on. Copenhagen's like here, right? Yeah, I guess they just approximated it. They're like, Denmark! There, Copenhagen. Is Stockholm in the right place? Yep. I don't know about the others. Son of Stig, thanks for the resub. There, we did play a really excellent map. The Denmark, Sweden, Norway map we played last time was stupendously good. Very entertaining to play. It made me hate Norway, though, because these mountains and fjords and stuff were complete bullshit to try to run tracks through. Sindem with the donation and says, let the Norwegians be known. Just as I'm trash talking all over Norway. Listen, Norway might be a fine country, but I hate building rail in it. Okay, let's start our company. Tell you what, I will name it something. Oh, I'll name it after a subscriber list. There we go. That's what we'll do, and we'll use that for our trains as well. So this is gonna be the Mirthless Marmot, or should we name it like the Brussels something and just use these for train names? Maybe we'll just use that for train names. This could just be the Quill Train Company. And then we'll use the actual trains will be named after subscribers. That makes more sense. I like a train icon that really stands out from the landscape. Oh, there, we can use the moose one. Moose, caribou, I'm not sure what that is. You know, because Canada. Now, I'm going to try to avoid issuing too much stock, because the more stock I issue, the less personal value I will have. And one of the goals is for me to have personal dollars, so we'll see what it's like. Alright. So we're going to start in Brussels, we'll go to Amsterdam, and then we'll run more from there. Actually, it might be easier to lay the track starting in Amsterdam. So what do we have? I haven't actually looked at the resources that we've got kicking around here. Look at how much cargo is waiting in some of these places. I really should start probably in Paris or Berlin, because there's just more cargo sitting around. Wow, Berlin to Poznan would be an excellent route. One of the things I like to look at early in the game is booze production. So we have booze production in Paris. Basil? And Stuttgart over here. Wow, all the Europeans are going to laugh at my name pronunciation. Now, are these breweries or distilleries? Brewery. So they want grain or rice. So where's the grain coming from? Do we have any grain? We have no grain production. Oh, there's like one spot over here with grain production. Now, resources get, and factories and stuff get allocated randomly every time you start a game. So this is really quite weird. Turd Viking, thanks for the resub. What about rice? Rice. We don't have any rice production either. We have a little bit that comes in on this port over here. Holy cow. And over here. Oh, and there. Now, I don't think we can build rice farms or grain farms. No. We can buy them, but we can't create them. Okay, so liquor is going to be very hard to come by this game. What other industry might we have to take note of? The Nerd Wonder, thanks for the resub. How about coal? Well, we've got coal sinks. Okay, we've got a lot of coal plants, or a lot of coal mines here. And a lot of demand for it. We've got some steel mills. That's good. Okay, so shipping coal is going to be very nice. As you go forward in the game, passenger and mail traffic tends to become more and more important. But until you've got a real network set up, you're sometimes limited in how much of that. So early on, getting the industrial stuff works out really well. What about steel? We've got a steel mill, or steel mill over here. That takes coal and iron. Right. So actually, it's iron that I want to look for. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of that. In fact, this steel mill probably, it would cost $12 million to buy, so it's very successful. Alright, let's start our routes. Battle Hunter! Last time, I think you played Fennoscandia? Parts of Finland were on it. Scandinavia is only 3 kingdoms. Yeah, I don't remember if Finland was on the map last time. Okay. So, we're going to drag out something like that. And It's not quite getting this stuff, but that's not the end of the world. But just out of curiosity. No, then I miss the house. Okay, we'll put it sort of central Amsterdam here. Good. And what I think I'm actually going to do is run the track... Ooh. Minor hills. Try to avoid the worst of it. Like that. Into there. And the medium station will cover it all. Hopefully we can upgrade it to a large one later. Ah! Whoa! Alright, Quill Train Co. is connected first two cities, lay down 68 miles of track. And every great railroad tycoon starts by connecting the first two cities. $500,000 has been added to my personal bank account. Really? Well, I'm going to buy some more stock in my own company, because I know the price is going to go up pretty fast. I'm going to have to let it equalize again. Right, now the share price is well above the book value. And we are going to go and issue a bond. Ooh, 11% is too expensive. I'm going to wait for us to get a better rate. Because again, I'm going to try to avoid issuing any stock. So we'll set up our first train. We got a few options here. Steam, steam, steam. So they're all steam engines. Some of these are a bit old. We'll definitely want one of the newer models. We could save 20 grand and get something that has better acceleration, reliability, yada, 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 and passenger appeal by going with the Duke. So it seems like the Duke is actually the one to go with. The Vittorio is going to be better for going on a grade and carrying a lot of stuff. But this is relatively flat. I will go ahead with the Duke. We're going to run it between Amsterdam and Luxembourg. And we can pretty much tell it to bring as many cars as it wants both ways. I think that's going to be fine. There are going to be competitors. They haven't spawned yet because we're still paused, but yes. Hopefully they don't get too much in my way. Now, how do I want to get my train into Brussels? What you can do is you can put down your station first. Like that. Oh, I put the track on the wrong side. I didn't notice. Okay. Might be a little derpier than we want, but that's okay. Well, I guess I'll connect it up over here. Okay. And then we don't quite have enough thing. You know what? We will have to go ahead and issue one bond. Or, issue the first set of stock. I'm going to change the dividend. No dividend to start off with. We're going to save some money. And we're going to go and get another Duke that runs there. Okay. So Amsterdam's going to be our central hub for now. Let's go ahead and get it started. Our train should pick up quite a bit of cargo. We got lots of goods in Amsterdam. Excellent. It's going to be pretty valuable. Got lots of dairy farms over here. Tool and die. Well, one great way to make money is to buy or build industry. But I'm going to start with the train this time. Because sometimes on some maps, you like buy one industry, and then you just like let it run for a couple of years and make tons of cash. Mighty Rick says, after this, you should maybe explore the possibility of exporting stroopwafels around. That's a good idea. It's an excellent idea. I completely approve. Yeah, we're exporting goods from Amsterdam. Train is about to arrive from Brussels to Amsterdam. Make a little bit of cash. And then the one's arriving in Luxembourg now, making quite a bit of money. Okay, we're then going to have to go and spend on a maintenance facility and one water tower over there. Otherwise, the trains aren't really going to keep going anywhere. We're going to let this run through the first year and hopefully turn a half-decent profit such that we will we'll be able to lower our interest rate and take out a bond and then continue to Paris. Then, once we've got us connected to Paris, I think we'll be past the first critical portion, which is to say, get a basic railroad that makes money. That's the important first step. Alright, the book price is closing in on, or the share price is closing in on the book price. There you go, still a little above. We'd like to ideally buy things when it's below. Oh, and another railroad has spawned. Where is it? Where did they start? Oh! Moscow to Volodiga. You know what? I think this plan is going to be a failure. They're too isolated. I'm going to go ahead and short them right now. Assuming they're going to fail. Might be crazy. But it might be crazy enough to work. So just out of curiosity, how much is it going to cost to run our line all the way to Paris? It's going to cost us maybe 300k to run to Paris. And then, of course, 200k for the station, another 100k for that. So we don't need that much more. And our trains, the first few runs from a new town tend to be very expensive because they have a lot of goods of something. They're refinancing. Interesting. Someone else has spawned as well. What do we have? Paris Western. Ah, you bastard! You bastard. That's okay. I'm gonna go and, like, start a track right now. Out of that way. Because we can actually still use their station. Any lines that we run on their track, we have to pay them a bit of money, but this way we don't actually have to use much of their track. And they might use mine, in which case they'll make tons of cash. Okay, we're still making some decent amount of money on these runs, but unless we can inject some more goods in here, we'll be a little bit limited in what we can do. So these are all iron mines. Very nice. Now, how many of them are actually in the radius? Not enough. Which means, if we look at the map mode, this iron will mostly move itself to Paris. So we actually might want to put a little station here just to grab the iron, but I don't think it's going to be that required, actually. Alright, let's go and speed it into January, which should reevaluate our financial situation, change our debt rating, and lower our interest rate. December. Trains are still making profit, which is nice. Uh-oh. That's less than good. That is really good. Yeah, we have negative purchasing power. How did that happen? I might have already gone into, I might go broke right now. Apparently I was a little too aggro. Oh, it's because the share price on this thing is actually going up. How's the Moscow share price going up? Uh-oh, maybe I shouldn't have short them. It's okay, it's early enough, we could always restart. Let's just hope we can make our actual railroad more profitable, and then we'll be okay. So we're going to run from Paris to Luxembourg. And then I'll actually start another train right away that's going directly from Amsterdam to Paris. And then we might have to restart. Stock market's the one place where you can screw yourself and go completely bankrupt. Tell you what, let me go and... I can't buy back the stock. I can change the dividend. I think we're just gonna go, I think we're gonna go bankrupt. Okay, our stock price just shot up, which is good. Oh, is it because I held shift? I think I short sold too much is the problem. Uh-oh. Okay, we didn't go bankrupt. However, we did lose a bunch of personal value. We have positive purchasing power again. I done goofed, but we're not out of the game yet. Woo! Washington. Please make Mr. Washington a freight train. Oh, that's funny. Yes. Oh, I was going to name the trains after people. How do I rename a train? Oh, you can only name them if they make a speed record, right? Okay, so we're going to have to wait for that. Right now, they don't have names. A good run there. So we are going to spend a little bit of money. To the other... Yeah, see, we spent 1,000 using their track a little bit, but it's not a very serious concern. I'm going to go and put a watering station and a maintenance station over there, and then another watering station just outside of Luxembourg. How did this thing's stock price go up? I was sure it was going to be a pure failure. Oh, well. Oh, I forgot! I'm on the Fanpatch. The AIs are all better. Oh, because normally they're crap. How's the bond rating? Still 11%. No, that's no good. We're not going to take out a loan. We might not have to really do much in the way of loans, though. Cologne with the sub. Hey, hey! There we go. Solid run to Paris there. Big money. Actually, I think one of the things that might be a good money maker in Paris could be hotels. Because there's going to be a lot of passengers here. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Hotel. We don't want the post office, but the restaurant. Can I not build pubs? Interesting. Post office holds mail longer, but doesn't actually necessarily turn a profit directly. Come on, bring in a train. Boom. Now, getting a post office in somewhere like Luxembourg or Amsterdam might be a good idea, because it does keep the mail around longer, which is good. Full trains, what are these? Steel. Steel from Paris to Amsterdam. And Paris will always have tons of steel. Now, here's a question. Is there a place that specifically requires steel? Yes. Tool and die factories. Nice. $3 million would be really nice to buy one, because you're going to have tons of steel. But maybe what I'll do is I'll build one in Luxembourg later, and then ship the steel from here to Luxembourg. That would be pretty solid. Nantes over here has a port. Those are always good, because they'll supply, and sometimes they'll take stuff. So we can get logs and livestock from here. Interesting. There's nowhere that's a livestock sink other than Casablanca. So we could build a meat processing plant in Nantes. That would be good. And the only log sink is way over here. There's a lumber mill in Poznan. So that's potential good industry for us to build over there. It's not really going to necessarily be useful to ship that much right now, but the log industry later on will be great. So we're going to peel off from there. It does make a crooked line, which slows down the trains, but lets us double up on that little workshop there, which is good. Bring it in over here. Can I make do with a medium one? No, we'll use a large one. Try to bring in as much as possible. There we go. Let it run a little bit for another cash delivery. Trains are very profitable right now. As I say, they're increasing my salary, which is good. I'm going to wait for that to drop again. Okay, here, the green line, 5-year weighted return. Wow, yeah, they are making huge income. It might actually be worth just buying these guys. Hopefully they won't screw up. And these guys are losing money. Like, their share price is less than their book price. But they're currently losing money, so it should continue to drop. The book price keeps dropping. I will short sell some of that and see how that works. Maybe I'm going to screw myself again. Okay. Orleans. Let's go and put a small station there. Boo! There we go, and I get another $500,000 from doing that kind of stuff. Okay. That's good. Let's go and set a train. It's going to hit all 3 stops here. It's going to go Paris to Orléans to Nantes to Orléans. That way. And it can grab as much cargo as it wants. And service all those bad boys. Okay. Now, I think we want to maybe connect some more capitals up. I'm thinking we make a run into Berlin at this point. We're going to have the Netherlands invade Berlin. And we'll have to go across to London. I'm hoping we can bridge across there. What kind of bridge tech do we have right now? Can we build steel bridges? Oh, we can. Is that? Okay, but that'll be too expensive. We're going to run to Berlin. It is pretty far away, so right now we're not going to do that. My own share should continue to go up. It is, like, above share book value, but I think we're going to be okay. If I do that. Share price is below book value, even though there's a... That's interesting. Because the book value is increasing on both of these. We're going to want to buy them out at some point, probably, so... Alright, we're diversifying. It's a good thing. So, if we are going to Berlin from Amsterdam, I think I'll actually just drop off over here. Ooh, there's some hills. Maybe over here. It looks a little flatter. Yellow's still not great. We'll go through Dortmund over here. It's not a priority to necessarily build a station in there. I'm going to try to pre-place the station in Berlin to make sure the station itself is in a good spot there. That's pretty central. Really? Really? I don't want to double up on some of this track later on. Okay, good. And let's get a maintenance station and a water station just outside of Berlin. And we're going to run a train directly from Amsterdam to Berlin. We could specialize these soon, actually. Tell you what, we'll do that. I'm going to get another train. There's going to be Paris to Berlin. This is going to be just a freight train with a caboose in the back. And we'll use the Vittorio because it handles the heavy weight pretty well. Oh, I wanted it the same everywhere. So this is Paris to Berlin, and then as soon as I get some money again, I'm going to run an express train, the Duke, Paris to Berlin. It's only going to use express cargo. We'll have a dining car, so it'll make more money from passengers. Now, there's not going to be that many passengers yet, but now that we're starting to get a real network going on, we're going to be all right. Now, which one's the Paris Western? Like, that's not going to be successful in the end, is it? I don't know. We'll see. So I'm going to try to avoid going into personal debt because you do have to pay interest on that, although it's not going to be that much. Whoa! Hey, whoa! Explosions all at the same time! So, first of all, Shadow Fox, thank you very much for that generous tip. Really appreciate that. Makes a huge difference, guys. Especially when we're playing weird games like Railroad Tycoon. Like, why would people stream this game? I don't know, but it's awesome! Everyone should be playing this game. And so it makes a big difference. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And our stock is split 3 for 1. For every piece of stock that existed before, there's now 3 of them. Which is the upshot of making an individual piece of stock a little cheaper. So I'll go ahead and like buy one. Maybe one more. We're getting another raise. Excellent. Yeah, I'll buy a little bit more. We have to be worried because it does, you know, shoot up like that. But I think that was still okay. We've got all the connections to Berlin, which is good. We may as well build a station in Dortmund over here. And I'm going to, even though it's a small town, I'm going to use the big one just to make sure to catch everything in there. And we'll go a little bit faster. And I'm just going to build a train that just goes Dortmund to Berlin. And use it as a bit of a hub. The Trans-Europe Tourism Council has become impressed with the growth of your railroad company. They approach you with an offer to help boost tourism across Europe. Haul at least 150 loads of passengers per year anywhere in Europe. And earn $1 million a year for your company. Haul over 300 loads of passengers and earn an additional $1 million. In a personal bank account. Oh. Okay, hold on. So we have to haul 150 passengers to get $1 million for a company. If we do 300, then we get $1 million for ourselves. Presumably it's just always on. How do I have negative 10 million in personal cash? Oh no, they actually want cash, not value. So yes, I do have negative personal cash value. So I'm going to have to sell everything right near the end. That's kind of awkward. Well, actually, what I'm going to have to do is start paying out dividends in my own company. So I guess that'll be the thing. I need to try to earn... Am I Thomas? Yes. I'm going to try to hold the majority of the shares in my own company and put on a big dividend. That makes sense. Anyway, we're not going to be able to haul that many passengers this year, because we just don't have that much of a network, but we will build up more of it, so that's okay.